my dear students, let's start the session.
Cutting of the springs. You feel this, Aranko?
Yes, sir.
Cutting of the springs. When you cut the spring, then what is the effect on the stiffness? That part we need to discuss here. It's a spring. Take one spring. It's a spring of stiffness K. Okay, now cut in the 1:1 ratio, equal cut. Okay, now spring cut into 2 equal parts. This is spring cut into spring cut into 2 equal parts. Spring cut into 2 equal parts. Okay, now stiffness of the each spring. Here, first part. This is K1. Then this is K2. Then these two parts connected in parallel. Then time period of oscillation they are asking. Then these two parts are connected in parallel. K1 and there's K2. K2. Then these two parts are connected in parallel. This is M. What is the time period of oscillation? This is one way of asking. Time period of oscillation here is how much? 2 pi square root of M by K equivalent. So what is the time period in parallel combination? K1 plus K2. What is the K equivalent in parallel combination? K1 plus K2. Time period of oscillation in this case. 2 pi square root of M by K1 plus K2. Another case, if they take one part, only one part, either K1 or K2, same mass M is attached. What is the time period of oscillation? T1 equals to 2 pi square root of M by K1. They are asking K1 in terms of K, K1 in terms of K, K2 in terms of K. Tell me, when you cut the spring into 2 equal parts, stiffness of the each spring becomes how much? Stiffness of the each spring becomes how much? In terms of K, stiffness of the original spring. When you cut into 2 equal parts, tell me, when you cut into 2 equal parts, what will happen? Anyone in the class, tell me, here what you will get? It will become half or double. మీరు ఇక్కడ కూర్చున్నారు కదా కరెక్ట్ చెప్పండి. Now tell me, it will become half or double or half? How many of you feeling double? It will become half or double. Why double? Why not half? అది అట్టే ఉంటుందా? 3 options. It becomes half, it becomes double, remains change, remains unchanged, remains same. చెప్పండి, కూర్చోండి. See this. Here, length of the original spring. Length of the original spring, L. AY is constant here. AY is constant here. Material is not changing. Area of cross section of the spring is not changing. Cut the spring means what? అడ్డంగా కట్ చేయాలి, నిలువుగా కట్ చేయాలి. అడ్డంగా కట్ చేస్తే రెండు ఎందుకు పనికిరావు? అర్థమైందా? కట్టింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద స్ప్రింగ్ అంటే ఏంది? ఇటు పట్టుకొని ఇటు కట్ చేయాలి, అంతేగాని అడ్డంగా కట్ చేసినాం అనుకో రెండు బిస్కెట్ అయింది. క్లియరా? కట్టింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద స్ప్రింగ్, కట్టింగ్ ఆఫ్ ద స్ప్రింగ్. Here it is L1. L1 becomes how much? L by 2. L2 becomes how much? L by 2. L by 2. What is the K? Tell me. AY by L. K equal to how much? AY by L. K1 equal to how much? AY by L1. AY by L1. AY by L by 2. L by 2. K1 equal to how much? 2 times of AY by L. AY by L can be written as 2K. It will become double. It will become double. This is how much? 2K. This will how much? 2K. Clear? K2 can be written as AY by L2. AY by L2. AY by L by 2, L by 2, 2 times of AY by L. You can confidently write. K2 can be written as 2K. K2 can be written as 2K. What is the time period of oscillation here? 2 pi square root of. This is how much? 2K plus 2K. 2K plus 2K equal to 4K. That is equal to m by how much? 4K. 2 gets cancelled out. What is the time period of oscillation? In this particular case, 2 pi square root of m by k. Understood or not? M by k. 2 pi square root of m by k. So what is the time period? T1. T1 equal to how much? 2 pi square root of m by 2k. So then T1 can be written as, here T1 can be written as pi square root of 2m by k. 2m by k. Clear? Understood or not? So when you cut the spring into 2 equal parts, each part becomes double. Then cutting parts connected in parallel. Cutting parts are connected in parallel. Sometimes they will take only one part is connected to the mass. Mass is attached to the one part. Clear? What is the time period of oscillation? Can be asked in the question. Now this is how much? Equal parts. 2 equal parts means 1:1 ratio. 1:1 ratio. Equal parts. 1:1 ratio. Now we can cut into 2:3 ratio. Next item, second case, cut into 2 parts. In the ratio 2:3 ratio. In the 2:3 ratio. 2:3 ratio. Same story here also. 2:3 ratio. 2:3 ratio. What will happen to the stiffness? What happens to the stiffness? Here to here. 90. ఓన్గా రాయండి. వాడండి, బ్రెయిన్ వాడండి. సో ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి, 2:3 రేషియో అనగా ఒక్కొక్క పార్ట్ లెంత్ ఏమవుతుంది? 2:3 రేషియో అనగా ఒక్కొక్క పార్ట్ ఏమవుతుంది? 2l/5 and 3l/5. Clear? So this part will become how much? 2l/5. ఈ పార్ట్ ఏమవుతుంది? 3l/5. అర్థమవుతుందా? 2:3 రేషియో అంటే టోటల్ ఎన్ని పార్ట్స్? 5 parts. What is the share of the first part? 2 part. 2 is the share. 2l/2 plus 3. 2/2 plus 3. 3/2 plus 3. Clear? Then what will happen? What happens to this? What happens to this? Ay by L1 equal to how much? 2l/5. Then K1 equal to how much? 5/2 into Ay by L. 5/2 into K. 5/2K will come. This is how much? 5/2K will come. This will come. 5/3K. Similarly, Ay by 3l/5. Then K2 can be written as 5/3K. 5/3K. So now tell me, 5/2K plus, here how much is obtained? K1 plus K2 equal to how much? 5/2K plus 5/3K. That equal to how much? Denominator 6. 25K/6. 25K/6. Clear up? Now tell me what is obtained here. 2 pi square root of m by 25K/6. 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 Clear up? So here, what is the time period T? Pi times square root of 24m by 25K. 24m by 25K. 24m by 25K. Clear up? So now tell me, K1 equal to 2 pi square root of m by 5/2K. Then what is the time period T1? 2 pi square root of 2, 8. This is how much? 2m by 5K. 2 pi square root of 2m by 5K. If K2 is cut, 3m by 5K. Completed. Case 2. Completed. అది హెలికల్ స్ప్రింగ్ అంటే లీనియర్ స్ప్రింగా హెలికల్ స్ప్రింగా చూడాలి. స్ప్రింగ్లో ఒక 20 కేసులు ఉంటాయి. ఒక్కొక్క దానికి ఒక్కొక్క మెటీరియల్ ఉంటుంది. మేము అంత మీకు లేదు, బీటెక్ వాళ్ళకి ఉంటుంది. స్ప్రింగ్ డిజైన్ చేస్తాం మేము అంటే మొత్తం. అక్కడ మీకు జస్ట్ ఇది మ్యాథమెటికల్ మోడల్, యాక్చువల్ స్ప్రింగ్ కాదు ఇది. కానీ స్టూడెంట్ అందరూ స్ప్రింగ్ అనుకుంటారు. ఇది మ్యాథమెటికల్ మోడల్. ఓకే, అది చెప్తే మీరు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవుతారు. స్ప్రింగ్ గానే అనుకోండి, అనుకుంటే తప్పేం లేదు. ఇది యాక్చువల్గా ఇది మషిన్ పార్ట్స్, రాడ్స్ ఇవి. ఆ రాడ్ని ఫస్ట్ చెప్పాం కదా, ఆ రాడ్ని స్ప్రింగ్గా కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తాం మ్యాథమెటికల్ మోడలింగ్ కోసం. క్లియరా? దాన్ని అనలైజ్ చేస్తాం. ఆ రాడ్ని లేపేసి స్ప్రింగ్ పెట్టి కే ప్లేస్లో AY/L రాసేస్తే వచ్చేస్తాం. క్లియరా? అదే యాంగులర్ స్ప్రింగ్ అయితే T/θ వేయాలి, KT వస్తుంది. మామూలుగా మనము ఏంటది గ్యాల్వానోమీటర్లో స్ప్రింగ్ ఉంది కదా, అది యాంగులర్ స్ప్రింగ్. KT/θ మీరు C/θగా రాస్తారు. ఓకేనా? అది లీనియర్ స్ప్రింగ్ కాదు, యాంగులర్ స్ప్రింగ్. అది టార్షనల్ స్టిఫ్నెస్ వస్తుంది. KT టార్షనల్ స్టిఫ్నెస్, ఇది లీనియర్ స్టిఫ్నెస్. క్లియరా? ఇది లీనియర్ SHM, అది టార్షనల్ SHM, అది యాంగులర్ SHM. యాంగులర్ SHM లో టార్క్ వస్తుంది, లీనియర్ SHM లో ఫోర్సెస్ వస్తాయి. అర్థమైందా? లీనియర్ స్ప్రింగ్, లీనియర్ SHM. ఫ్లోటింగ్ బాడీ ఆసిలేషన్స్ కూడా లీనియర్ SHM. క్లియరా? అయిపోయిందా? నెక్స్ట్ ఐటమ్, springs are cut into n equal parts. Spring cut into n equal parts. Spring cut into n equal parts. అప్పుడేమొస్తుంది చెప్పండి? n equal parts. Then each part becomes how much? n equal parts. So n equal parts, each part becomes how much? L by n. Each part becomes how much? L by n. Each part becomes how much? L by n. So ay by L by n. So here K2, we need to write like this. Each part becomes here to here. This is K2, and so on up to. This is Kn, Ln, all are L by n. So this is equal to how much? N into Ay by K. N into Ay by K. Ay by L. That is Nk. 2 equal parts, 2k. 3 equal parts, 3k. 4 equal parts, 4k. Like that. K1 equal to Nk. This is the stiffness of the each part. Each part equal to Nk. So all are connected in parallel. See this. You can take K2. All are connected in parallel. This is K2. Then in between some other parts. This is Kn. Understood? Ardhamainda? So now tell me, what is the K equivalent? In parallel combination? K1 plus K2 and so on up to Kn. Then what is the K equivalent in parallel combination? Parallel combination Nk plus Nk and so on up to Nk. So any terms ఉన్నాయి ఇవి? n terms ఉన్నాయి. n terms అంటే ఏంది? nk. క్లియరా? nk. That equal to how much? n square k. So what is the time period of oscillation here? T equal to how much? 2 pi square root of m by n square k. T equal to how much? This is the combination. T parallel combination. 1 by n into 2 pi square root of m by k. This is related to original spring. Time period becomes how much? Original spring. Original time period of oscillation. T parallel equal to how much? T original 1 by n times Clear up. What is the T here? So here T parallel equal to T by N. Here T can be written as 2 pi square root of M by K. This is original spring. T parallel or combination. ఇప్పుడు మీ యొక్క బుర్రకి పదును పెట్టండి. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేసామో n ఈక్వల్ పార్ట్స్ చేసి ప్యారలల్ గా కనెక్ట్ చేస్తే టైం పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ ఆసిలేషన్ ఏమైంది 1/n టైమ్స్ t/n అయింది. t/n. ఇప్పుడు ఫాస్ట్ గా ఆసిలేషన్స్ అయితయా స్లోగా ఆసిలేషన్స్ అయితయా? ఒరిజినల్ స్ప్రింగ్ కంటే ఇప్పుడు ఫాస్ట్ గా ఆ మాస్ అనేది ఊగుతుందా మామూలుగా ముందే బాగా ఊగుతుందా? ముందే బాగోగంది. ఇప్పుడు ఏమైంది ఇక్కడ టైం పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ ఆసిలేషన్, దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఆఫ్ ఆసిలేషన్ ఇన్ విచ్ కేస్ ఈజ్ హయ్యర్. ఎక్కడ బాగా ఎక్కువగా ఫాస్ట్ గా ఆసిలేషన్ జరగద్ది ఇక్కడే జరగద్ది. టైం పీరియడ్ బికమ్స్ 1/n. క్లియరా? దట్ మీన్స్ వాట్ టైం పీరియడ్ డిక్రీజ్డ్ బై n టైమ్స్ అనాలి. 1/n అంటే ఏంది? డిక్రీజ్డ్ బై n టైమ్స్. ఇంక్రీజ్డ్ బై n టైమ్స్ అంటే ఏంది? n ఇంటూ t అన్నమాట. డిక్రీజ్డ్ టైం పీరియడ్ డిక్రీజ్డ్ బై n టైమ్స్ మీన్స్ ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ ఇంక్రీజ్డ్ బై n టైమ్స్. హయ్యర్ ద ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ, హై ఇన్ ది ఫ్రీక్వెన్సీ, దట్ ఆసిలేషన్ బికమ్స్ ఫాస్టర్ కంపేర్డ్ టు ఒరిజినల్. అర్థమైందా లేదా? అర్థం కాలే? ఇప్పుడు చెప్పండి, ఈ పార్ట్స్ అన్ని సిరీస్ లో కనెక్ట్ చేస్తే టైం పీరియడ్ ఆఫ్ ఆసిలేషన్ ఎంత అవుతుంది? వాడండి బ్రెయిన్ మీరు చెప్పండి. ఎన్కే ఇక్కడ t/n అయితే ఇక్కడ ఎన్కే రాగించి వస్తున్నారు. ఓకే గ్రేట్. సో ఇక్కడ k ఈక్వలెంట్ ప్యారలల్ ఎంత? n²k. k ఈక్వలెంట్ సిరీస్ ఎంత? చెప్పండి మీరు చెప్పాలి ఖచ్చితంగా. మీరు ఖచ్చితంగా చెప్పాలి. చెప్పండి. ఇక్కడ క్వశ్చన్ ఏంటి అనగా మళ్ళా ఇప్పుడు మనం ఒక స్ప్రింగ్ ని n ఈక్వల్ పార్ట్స్ గా కట్ చేసి ప్యారలల్ గా కనెక్ట్ చేస్తే n²k అనే ఒక అద్భుతం వచ్చింది. ప్యారలల్ గానే ఎందుకు కట్ చేయాలి, సిరీస్ లో కట్ చేయొచ్చు అని ఒక దిగ్గజం అడుగుతాడు. అప్పుడు సిరీస్ గా కనెక్ట్ చేస్తే k ఈక్వలెంట్ ఎంత అవుతుంది? చెప్పండి మీరు చెప్పాలి. అసలు మీరు ఆలోచించి చెప్పండి. వీళ్ళు కే అని భావిస్తున్నారు, మీరు అదే భావించాలా? భావించకూడదు. 1/k. మీరు రికార్డు రావడంలో బిజీ కొర్రో లేదు. చెప్పండి వీళ్ళు కే అంటారు. కే కరెక్టా కాదా? సిరీస్ అయితే కేనా? ప్యారలల్ అంటే ఆపోజిట్ ఏమవుతుంది? ఆపోజిట్ అంటే k² వస్తుందా? చెప్పండి ఏమొస్తుంది? ఏం చెప్పినా కాన్ఫిడెంట్ ఉండాలబ్బా. అది కరెక్టో కాదో పక్కన పెడితే నువ్వు నమ్మాలి కదా ఒక దాన్ని. చెప్పండి. కేనా ఎన్కేనా n²కేనా కేనా? కే ఇది ఎందుకు కే? చూడండి ఇక్కడ మీరు ఎంత దద్దియో చూడండి. ఇక్కడ ఒక స్ప్రింగ్ ని n ఈక్వల్ పార్ట్స్ కట్ చేసి మళ్ళా అతికిస్తే ఎంత వద్దంటే మీరు దాన్ని ఐన్స్టీన్ లెవెల్లో ఆలోచిస్తారు. ఏడున్నాం మనం? ఒకసారి ఆలోచించండి. కాంపిటీషన్లో ఏడున్నాము? మన ఆలోచన విధానం ఏడుంది? అర్థమవుతుందా? ఒక స్ప్రింగ్ ని n ఈక్వల్ పార్ట్స్ గా కట్ చేసి మళ్ళా అతికించరా బాబు అంటే అతికిస్తే ఏమవుతా? ఒరిజినల్ స్ప్రింగ్ అయితే కదా. దానికి ఎందుకు దీనికి ఐన్స్టీన్ న్యూటన్ ఇద్దరిని పిలవాలా? జైనికి ఆలోచించండి, బ్రెయిన్ పెట్టండి. అందుకే సిరీస్ ఇవ్వడు. అది కూడా ఇచ్చి రాంగ్ బిట్ వస్తే అంతకన్నా దరిద్రం కూడా ఉండదు. అర్థమైందా? రైటా? నెక్స్ట్ రైటా? Here frequency becomes Here 1 by T effective. This is T effective, we can write. T effective equal to T by N. 1 by T effective equal to how much? N by T. N by T. F effective equal to how much? NF. NF. Frequency increased N times. Time period decreased by N times. Completed. Now, see this. Right now, determine. This is the cutting of the springs. Cutting of the springs. This question already given in JEE mains. Clear. Cutting of the springs. N equal parts already given in the question. Given in the previous year. Now, write down. Write down. Determine time period of oscillations for the following combination of the spring mass system. For the following spring mass systems. Question number 1. We need to calculate time period of oscillation. Time period of oscillation. See this. Here to here. Time period of oscillation for the following. వాడు కొన్నిసార్లు ఇలా ఇస్తాడు, కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వకూడదు. Determine time period of oscillation for the following spring mass systems. For the following spring mass systems. For the following spring mass systems. Here it is K. This is 2K. This is 3K. What is the time period of oscillation? చెప్పండి ఇక్కడ ఫస్ట్ K ఈక్వలెంట్ ఎంత? ఈ రెండు లేపేసి ఈ రెండు ప్యారలల్ అయితే K2K becomes how much? 3K. 3K and 3K both are in series or parallel? Both are in series or parallel? Parallel. Parallel. Then K equivalent equal to how much? K equivalent equal to how much? 3K plus 3K. K equivalent equal to how much? 6K. 6K. Then what is the time period of oscillation? 2 pi square root of m by 6K. M by 6K. Next. Question number 2. Question number 2. Question number 2. Focus here. This spring. Here to here. This is 2K, 2K. 2K, 2K. Here. This is K. K. Here to here. Here 2K, 2K. K. Here. This is also K. Here it is how much? Here the mass m. This is the mass m. Understood? Here it is 3K. This is 3K. Now tell me. This is how much? 2K. 1 minute, 1 minute. This is K. Now what is the K equivalent? What is the K equivalent? K equivalent. What is the K equivalent? K equivalent. 2 pi square root of m by K equivalent. M by K equivalent. 2K, 2K becomes 2K, 2K becomes K. K, K, K. 3K, 3K. Entire part becomes how much? 3K, 3K, 3K becomes. This is how much? Series. Series. Then K equivalent equal to how much? 3K by 2. 3K by 2. 2K, 2K, K, 3K, 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 3K by 2. Equal to how much? 2 pi square root of M by 3K by 2. So 2 pi square root of 2M by 3K. 2M by 3K. Clear? Understood or not? Next write down. Here we can take question number 3. Time period of oscillations independent of angle of inclination. Here it is. So if the oscillations are on this, here to here, time period of oscillations independent of angle of inclination. So here it is K, this is alpha. Alpha, time period of oscillation independent of time period of oscillation independent of angle of inclination of the plane. Angle of inclination of the plane. This is the angle of, this is inclined plane. This is inclined plane. So we can take the reference. This is X. This would be X. This would be Y. So time period of oscillation independent of angle of inclination of the plane. Even it is horizontal plane. Here it is how much? Alpha equal to 0. Alpha equal to 0. Here alpha equal to 0. This is K. 2 pi. This is KS1. This may be KS2. KSA. KSA. KSB. KSA, KSB. Okay, now what is the time period of oscillation? 2 pi square root of PA M by K. So this is horizontal plane. This is horizontal plane. Horizontal plane. Horizontal plane. Inclined plane. Time period of oscillation independent of angle of inclination of the plane. So what is TB? Here also how much you are getting? 2 pi square root of M by K. 2 pi square root of M by K. 2 pi square root of M by K. Now coming to one of the previous year competitive exam question. This is already given in the exam. Here to here. See this. Here to here. So this part is how much? K. This would be mass M. This is the spring. This is the spring. This is the spring. Here to here. Here to here. So K, K, K. K, K, K. 2K, 2K, 2K. 2K, 2K, 2K. Total 8K, 12K. What is the time period? So total is what? It is independent of alpha. These two are connected in parallel or series. Total parallel 4K. Then these all are parallel 8K. 8K and 4K are parallel. K equivalent equal to how much? 12K. What is the time period of oscillation? What is the time period of oscillation? 2 pi square root of m by 12K. This is equal to how much? Pi square root of m by 3K. M by 3K. Clear? Understood? Next write down. Next write down. What is the time period of oscillation or frequency of oscillation? They may ask. Time period of oscillation. This is case 4, case 5. Or question number 5. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ కి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి. ఈ క్వశ్చన్ కి ఆన్సర్ చెప్పండి. Here it is how much? This is the rod. Rod. This is the rod. Mass M. Mass M. A spring is attached here. A spring is attached here. That is K. What is the time period of oscillation and or frequency of oscillation? They may ask. Completed. Now see this. What is given in the question? A Y L. A Y L. What is the K rod? What is the K rod? K rod. K rod equal to how much? A Y by L. This is the K spring. K. These two are connected in parallel or series. So we can equate this. We can equate this. So we need to convert the rod into a spring. This is the K rod. Rod into a spring. A Y by L. A Y by L. This is M. This is M. This is K. K. Understood? What is the K equivalent here? What is the K equivalent here? This is equivalence to. What is the K equivalent here? Okay, K rod. These two are parallel. K rod plus K. That equal to A Y by L plus K. This is the K equivalent for the given combination of rod and spring. Now, what is the time period of oscillation? 2 pi square root of m by K equivalent equal to how much? A Y by L plus K. So 2 pi square root of m L by A Y plus K L. This is the time period. What is the frequency of oscillation? They ask. What is the frequency of oscillation? 1 by 2 pi square root of A Y plus K L by M L. A Y plus K L by M L. Okay. Next one. Now we need to talk about this figure completed. So if the question is like this question already given in the competitive exam. Okay, see this. Here, this rod. This is the rod. Rod. The spring is connected here. This is the spring. Both are connected in series. This should be K. This is A Y by L. This is A Y by L. K K rod equal to how much? AY by L. We need to connect the rod into a spring. We need to connect the rod into a spring. This is the mass M. This is K spring, K. So what is the K equivalent? Tell me. So what is the K equivalent? K equivalent series combination. K equivalent in series combination. K rod into K by K rod plus K. K rod into K by K rod plus K. So now tell me, what is the K rod? AY by L into K by AY by L plus K. Okay na? So now tell me, AY into K. AY into K by AY plus KL. This is the K equivalent. K equivalent series combination. K equivalent series combination. Now, so now what is the time period T? 2 pi square root of M by K equivalent series combination. That equal to how much? That equal to how much? AYK. AYK by AY plus KL. That equal to how much? 2 pi square root of 2 pi square root of M into AY plus KL. AY plus KL by AYK. Clear? So what is the time period of oscillation? What is the frequency of oscillation? 1 by T equal to how much? 1 by 2 pi square root of AYK by M into AY plus KL. AY plus KL. Clear? Completed. Next right now, question number 7. Completed. Next. Now I am connecting two rods. A1, Y1, L1. A1, Y1, L1. Okay. So here another rod. Another rod. This is the another rod. I am connecting. This is the mass M. This is the mass M. A2, Y2, L2. A2, Y2, L2. So K1. This is both are rods. K1, K2 equal to how much? K2 equal to how much? Different materials, length also different. Here length L1, here length L2. So K1 equal to how much? A1, K2 equal to how much? A2, Y2 by L2. These two are equivalent. These two are equivalent. These two are equivalent. Series combination. Series combination. క్లియరా? సో ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏం రాయొచ్చు, k1 k2 k1 k2 by k1 plus k2 k1 k2 by k1 plus k2. Then what is obtained here? Tell me. A1 y1 by L1 into A2 y2 by L2 A2 y2 by L2 A1 y1 by L1 plus A2 y2 by L2. Are you clear? So now tell me, here what you will get? A1 A2 into y1 y2 A1 A2 into y1 y2 into how much? L1 plus by how much? A1 y1 plus A2 y2 into L1 plus L2 L1 plus L2. Clear? K equivalent in series combination A1 y1 A1 y1 A1 y1 L2 plus A2 y2 L1. Clear? Understood? Are you getting the same? A1 y1 series combination. Clear? So A1 y1 L2 plus A2 y2 L1. Clear? Now if you take A1 equal to A2 equal to A, if you take A1 equal to A2 equal to A, A1 equal to A2 equal to A, then L1 equal to L2 equal to L, L1 equal to L2 equal to L. What you will get, tell me? All A's. One A will come now. What is the K equivalent in series? K equivalent in series becomes how much? A square into y1 y2 by AL into y1 plus AL into y2 AL into y2. This is how much? A K equivalent. This is the K equivalent. A into y1 y2 by y1 plus y2 by L. Clear? A gets cancelled out. The square and A gets cancelled out. Y1 plus y2. S will come here. A into y1 y2 by y1 plus y2 into L. ఇక్కడ 2 రాలేదా? L1 L2 L1 L2 A1 equal to A2 A1 Y1 L2 plus A2 Y2 L1 L1 L2 A1 Y1 A2 Y2. Okay. A Y1 Y2 by Y1 plus Y2 completed. What is the time period of oscillation? What is the time period of oscillation? Okay. Okay. What is the time period of oscillation? 2 by square root of m by m into y1 plus y2 L by A into y1 y2 completed. Understood? Next. This part done. Now we can write. So same thing manamo 1 by k equivalent. If you want to write 1 by, this is what? 1 by k equivalent equal to how much? 1 by k equivalent equal to how much? 1 by k1 plus 1 by k1 plus 1 by k2. Okay, now k equivalent can be written as this is equal to k equivalent. This is k equivalent. 1 by k equivalent, that is equal to how much? 1 by A equivalent into Y equivalent by L equivalent. Understood? Okay, now that equivalents to 1 by A1 Y1 by L1 plus 1 by A2 Y2 by L2 A2 Y2 by L2 L equivalent by A equivalent into Y equivalent, that equal to L1 by A1 Y1 plus L2 by A2 Y2. So equivalent Young's modulus L equivalent can be written as L equivalent. So what is the L equivalent can be written as L1 plus L2. L equivalent can be written as L1 plus L2 in series combination. In order to write the equivalent, length will be added up. Areas will be same. In parallel combination, length will be same. Areas will be added up. Clear? So here L1 plus L2 by A equivalent. A1 equivalents to A2 equivalents to A equivalent. Okay, now this is Y equivalent. That equal to how much? L1 by A1 Y1 plus L2 by A2 Y2. Clear? Okay. This is L equivalent. Understood? Here L1 L2 becomes equal to how much? If you substitute this part, what you people are getting? A1 A2 equal to A. A1 A2 equal to A is A gets cancelled out. This part completed. So we need to convert it into single rod. This is the rod, equivalent rod. Equivalent calculations. Equivalent rod in the sense of L equivalent equal to L1 plus L2 this rod A equivalents to how much? A equivalents to how much? So this what would be A. This would be A. Y equivalent. Y equivalent. L equivalent. Completed. Understood or not? This A you can calculate. Corresponding AY you can calculate. So all areas must be same. You need to put A1 equal to A2 equal to A. Are you following? Equivalent rod calculations. యాక్చువల్గా ఇక్కడ ఇలా ఉండాలి. A1 ఈక్వల్ టు A2 ఈక్వల్ టు A అంటే ఇలా వస్తుంది. A1 ఈక్వల్ టు A2 ఈక్వల్ టు A. సో ఇన్ దిస్ కేస్ ఈక్వివాలెంట్ రాడ్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్. ఈక్వివాలెంట్ క్యాలిక్యులేషన్స్. అండర్స్టూడ్? సో ఇది ఇందాకటి జనరల్ కేసు. క్లియర్? సో ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఏమొస్తుంది? A1 ఈక్వల్ టు A2 equal to A. A1 equal to A2 equal to A. A1 equal to A2 equal to A. Completed. Completed. This is the equivalent Young's modulus calculations. Equivalent. 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 Young's modulus of the material. Young's modulus of the material. Modulus of the material. Equivalent Young's modulus of the material calculations. Here, two rods made up of different materials. How to replace these two rods with another rod? Okay, na? Both are these having different material. అర్థమవుతుందా? అంటే మీనింగ్ ఏం చెప్పండి? ఇక్కడ ఒక టూ రాడ్స్ ఉన్నాయి. బోత్ ఆర్ మేడ్ అప్ ఆఫ్ డిఫరెంట్ మెటీరియల్స్. సో ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ టు మేక్ ఏ సింగిల్ రాడ్ విత్ సేమ్ మెటీరియల్, అండర్స్టూడా? డిఫరెంట్ దెన్ దీస్ టూ మెటీరియల్స్. అంటే ఇది Y1, ఇది Y2, ఇది Y3 అవుతుంది. అర్థమైందా? బట్ బోత్ ఆర్ దీస్ టూ ఎఫెక్ట్ మస్ట్ బి సేమ్. బోత్ మస్ట్ హ్యావ్ సేమ్ ఎఫెక్ట్. అర్థమైందా? దీనికి రెండిటికి సేమ్ ఎఫెక్ట్ ఉండాలి. అర్థమైందా? సో నౌ టెల్ మీ L1 ఈక్వల్ టు L2 ఈక్వల్ టు L. L1 ఈక్వల్ టు L2 ఈక్వల్ టు L. A1 ఈక్వల్ టు A2 ఈక్వల్ టు A. A1 ఈక్వల్ టు A2 ఈక్వల్ టు A. అండర్స్టూడా? సో నౌ టెల్ మీ L plus L. L plus L. This A equivalent equal to A. This A equivalent equal to A. So in this case, see here, A1, A2 both are having same area of cross section. A equivalent also equal to A. But length will be added up. Length will be added up. Then we can say this is the equivalent rod for the combination of these two rods. This is the equivalent rod for combination of two rods. Equivalent system for this particular system. అర్థమవుతుందా? ఈ L1 L2 ని యాడ్ చేయాలి. సో అప్పుడు నీకు ఏమొస్తుంది? A into Y equivalent. Y equivalent that equal to how much? L by AY1. L by AY2. L by AY2. Understood? Then what you will get, tell me? 2 by 2L. 2 by Y equivalent. 1 by Y1 plus 1 by Y2. 1 by Y2. Then confidently tell me Y equivalent equal to how much? Y equivalent equal to how much? 2 times of Y1 Y2 by Y1 plus Y2. 2 times of Y1 Y2 by Y1 plus Y2. This is the special case. Both must have same area of cross section. And then length would be same. Understood? In that particular case, you will be getting 2y1 y2 by y1 plus y2. Next, same 8th place completed. Again. Now we need to focus here. Parallel combination of two rods. Parallel combination of two rods. This is one rod. This is another rod. Parallel combination of two rods. Another rod. Here to here. This is the mass M. Both rods having same area of cross section. Both rods are having same area of cross section. This is made up of material 1, made up of material 2. Both are having same length. Both are having same length. Equivalent system. Equivalent system. This is the equivalent system. Consists of the rod. This is the rod. A equivalent equal to how much? A equivalent equal to how much? So length would be L equivalent equal to how much? L only na, parallel combination. L only, right? Now, see here. Now we need to talk about equivalent Young's modulus. Equivalent Young's modulus. So here, what is the A equivalent? Confidently tell me. What is the A equivalent here? Confidently tell me. A1 plus A2. Y equivalent you need to calculate. Understood? So length is same. Length same అయితే areas ని ఏదో ఒకటి చేయాలి. అర్థమైందా? Length same అయితే areas ని యాడ్ చేయాలి. ఇందాక ఏరియా సేమ్ అయితే లెంత్ ని యాడ్ చేయాలి. అర్థమవుతుందా? So now tell me what is the K equivalent for parallel combination? K equivalent in parallel combination. Parallel combination K1 plus K2. K equivalent equal to how much? K1 plus K2. So now tell me this is how much? A equivalent into Y equivalent by L equivalent. That equals to how much? A1 Y1. A1 Y1 by L1 plus A2 Y2 by L2. A2 Y2 by L2. A equivalent em rayachu. What is A equivalent? A1 plus A2. This is A1 plus A2. Y equivalent by. This is L equivalent is nothing but L. This is A. A1 Y1 by. This is L equivalent. L1 plus A2 Y2 by L2. So now tell me A1 equal to A2 equal to A. Here you can substitute. A1 equal to A2 equal to A. L1 equal to L2 equal to L equivalent equal to L. So A equivalent equal to A1 plus A2. So now we can substitute. Tell me 2 times of A into Y equivalent by L equal to how much? A into Y1 by L. A into Y2 by L. So all A by L gets cancelled out. Yes, A by L gets cancelled out. Y equivalent can be written as Y1 plus Y2 by 2. Y1 plus Y2 by 2. This is equivalent calculations. Understood or not? Next. Completed. Next. Ninth question. Question number 9. Question number 9. So what is the time period of oscillation? What is the time period of oscillation in this case? So we need to convert into a two springs. So A, both are same area. We need to convert it into two springs. K1, this is how much? K2, this is how much? K2. M. Huh? Okay, thank you. Okay. K1 equal to how much? AY1 by L. K2 equal to how much? AY2 by L. So K equivalent in parallel combination. K1 plus K2. K1 plus K2. Now tell me. AY1 by L plus AY2 by L. So A into Y1 plus Y2 by L. Okay na? What is the time period of oscillation? Tell me. 2 pi square root of M by K equivalent in parallel combination. P equal to 2 pi square root of M by ML by A into Y1 plus Y2. Clear? Understood or not? Now